Turn the light off, thank you. Jason Brown. Turn the light off. Jason Brown.
County, there happens to be a basketball team which is currently burning up all the Class B competition it can lay its hands on. Now, I dare say that almost everyone in the aforementioned county already knows exactly who I'm referring to. But there may be a few other people to whom the allusion is not quite clear. So let me explain right now that I'm talking about the Silver Tootsters of Beaverton.
What does it mean to be legendary? How does one individual so perfectly personify the very meaning of the word legend? What drives a person to do anything at an elite level for over 50 years? For Roy F. Johnston, his journey as a basketball coach started in the thumb of Michigan's Lower Peninsula in the late 1960s near his hometown of Croswell. He would pilot the Yale Bulldogs for 2 seasons before moving to Beaverton with his wife Judy, where they would build a house, raise a family, and both start their careers in public education. In the fall of 1972, Roy began his Beaverton coaching career at the JV level, and within just 2 seasons, he was promoted to boys varsity basketball coach. In 1976, he would win his first regional title with a team he said symbolized the hard-working families that were the core of the Beaverton community, a trait that would continue to play a vital role in the success of the program for decades to come. Coach Johnston's systematic and disciplined approach to the game of basketball created a culture that demanded accountability and commitment from his players. An emphasis on hard-nosed, man-to-man defense and rebounding was the foundation for success. Roy prowled the sidelines with fire and determination in his famous red blazer, while implementing storied program traditions which still exist today. The Beavers would go on to win Jack Pine championships in 7 of his first 11 seasons as head coach, and in 1984 made a storied semifinal run to Chrysler Arena, with son Jeff as point guard of the historic team.
Chrysler Arena, March 23rd, 1984. The state's top-ranked team offers a challenge no Beaverton team has ever faced before. However, the Beavers also have a few aces to play. As the 2 teams went through their warm-up routine, who would expect that Coach Roy's boys were about to give the Kalamazoo Quintet all they could handle? Somewhere near 1,000 loyal Beaver fans took to the highways south to Ann Arbor, and they let their presence be known when our boys went into their trademark Beaver Shuffle.
Throughout 6 decades, Roy and the Beavers would dominate the Jack Pine Conference, bringing home 21 league titles. They would also go on to capture 16 district championships while raising 6 regional trophies. Beaverton basketball was a freight train. In 2017, Roy passed the legendary Lofton Green of Detroit River Rouge for first all time in the state of Michigan, making him the winningest basketball coach in state history. The success of Beaverton basketball was well known across the state, and throughout his 50 years of coaching, hundreds of players have been a part of the program, including 3 generations of all-conference players. Over 40 have been named first-team all-conference, 10 have been named all-state, and 4 of the all-staters, his son Jeff, daughter Jennifer, and 2 grandsons, Spencer and Carter. The passion for basketball runs deep in the Johnston family. For Roy, the gym was his second home. It's been a place where he's experienced incredible victories and where he suffered agonizing defeats. It was a place that he used for not only teaching the fundamentals of basketball, but where he laid the groundwork for success in life that he instilled in his players. The gym also served as a historic symbol for the community. It was a place that created memories for hundreds of families through the game of basketball. Red Rave, the Beaver Dive, Butch, the bitter rivalries, the Royisms echoing from the sidelines.
Shoot the dang ball! Thanks, sir. Listen, be nice and quick. Move!
The red carpet, the water boys, all of it were characters in the storied tradition Coach Johnston created called Beaverton basketball.
Well, Roy, after all these years, I want to congratulate you not only for the incredible career you've had, but the time you spent with young kids. And some guys would say you're old school. I'd say you're right school. I appreciated the way you did things. I appreciated the time you spent. I appreciated what you gave to the game, but probably mostly what you did to your community, your family, by playing with your grandsons, and all the things you did with your own kids. And thank you for making us proud of the game we love, and proud of you.
"883 wins. Each of them mattered, especially to Roy. A win was symbolic of the hard work each player put in, not only during the season, but all year long. It was also a symbol of their leader, who never missed a single game in 50 years. Wins also mattered to the town, a community who identified with players' hustle on the floor, the grit and determination to win for a coach who never quit, and a town who embodied those same beliefs.
Just work, dig down a little bit more, work a little harder. We'll get there. We'll get there.
But creating a legacy goes beyond the wins. Roy's love for the game of basketball is unrivaled. And knowing what the tradition of Beaverton basketball means to the town is a legacy and a gift that will be long-lasting. For 50 years, Coach Johnston has roamed the sidelines and been a lead character in the Beaverton basketball program. And as his monumental career comes to a close, and the final chapter gets written, nobody can argue about the undeniable mark Roy Johnston has left on the game of basketball, the school, and the town of Beaverton. And for certain, no other book ends with a spotlight on that trademark red blazer, surrounded by his performers in a place of business known as Roy F. Johnston Gymnasium.
Been a pleasure. A lot of hard work. It's been, team-wise, just been fantastic. But you'll look back a few years and it'll be had a heck of a run. Heck of a run. I want you to know that this is one of the few times I haven't been told what to do by a woman. I've been told by Scott Bowles. I have a few things to say. I wrote them down, and I can't read them until I put my glasses on. I'd like to thank Scott for all this hard work. Tremendous presentation. Jason Brown spent a lot of time. Holly Hess made this possible. And Shad Woodruff. Shad Woodruff, a few years ago, renamed him associate coach. Well, he couldn't spell associate. So he writes down Go Coach. I said it starts with a C. Co-coach. So I wanted to address a little bit to the people from Gladwin that stopped and stayed here. I have had many friends that I have in Gladwin. And I know it's a bitter rivalry, but believe me, when I first came to Beaverton, it was worse than bitter. Now, the night of the games, it's bitter, and our kids get along, and it's not a vicious type thing, which is good. It's a great rivalry. And I'd like to address Gladwin has many fine people and has made their school a very good school to attend. In Beaverton, we have many fine people, many. And you have made our schools very good. We have a lot of pride in this county. And what I want to say is, Gladwin County is a great place to raise a good family. I'd like to talk to my ball players want to apologize from the bottom of my heart to anybody that I yelled at in practice or game. And for you guys that never played defense, and I told you you couldn't guard my grandmother in a wheelchair with a dead battery. I have to confess, I lied. My grandmother never had a wheelchair. I want to thank everybody for a great run. 50 years, a great run. And I've had, some people think you only like the good ball players, great ball players. Believe me, that is not what it is. It's being around youngsters that work and have learned to play together. I've always told my players, the thing that's going to make you successful in life is if you can get along with people, and that's what the game does. I really have enjoyed this, and I want to thank the whole Beaverton School District for a great 50 years. I have my last thing that I want to do as a coach in Beaverton, at home. I might have to have some help getting this. That's it?
This way.
Good.
Before Roy leaves the center stage there, we're just going to have one quick cheer. You know who couldn't be here was Judy tonight. All right, so we're going to, just real simple. Judy, 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 Judy. Just want to say on behalf of Roy and his family, we'd just like to ask you to continue to pray for Judy and all of those who are a little less fortunate than we are right now. So let's keep the prayers going, and most of all, let's keep coming back to Roy F. Johnston Gymnasium. Cue the band. Cue something. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if you want tonight's video, you will find some